Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks, and this is part 2 of just some ideas that might or might not work. So this is how to draw an edge light. I'm going to just draw a 2-point line. I am going to delete this intersection of my drawing. Now I'm going to get rid of my 2 lines. And I want to make sure I've got this heart. Yep. I needed a second heart. So now I'm going to go up here and you can see this is all still connected. So I need to go to Object, break the curve apart. But then I need to look, and for some reason we need to right click on this and reverse the subpath. Then let's select both these, go up to blend and blend it. Look at our new blend. Now the only bad thing is it doesn't go the whole direction. So what we can maybe try to do, you could expand it, or we could probably take the shape tool and just bring this up and out, quite a bit. Whoop, you don't want to really mess it up like that. One at a time. Then let's try blending it again, see what happens. That might work because we need the whole heart of the shape, the whole shape of the heart. That's going to work. So I am going to make another duplicate of that. First of all, I need to remember from the first video, we need to break our blend apart, and then we need to grab it all, and we need to go to Object and group it together for the Intersect tool to work. We're going to intersect it, grabbing it all, hit intersecting. That might look pretty cool. Now we kind of need to do the same thing to the next heart. So I actually I'll make another copy because I'm going to put that on top. So we're going to make a duplicate by hitting the plus key on the keyboard. And now I'm going to do the exact same thing by basically just grabbing the heart with the shape tool. We've got to turn it into a curve and select these two and break them apart. Now they're still touching. So what we need to do is select them both with the shape tool, go up to Object and break the curve apart. So they're 2 different lines. Now it might even help just to expand it. Make it bigger in all directions. I'm just playing. I haven't ever done this. Now I'm going to get rid of that side, and I am going to hit the plus key on the keyboard and mirror that size, holding down the control button. I want them separate a little bit, but I'm going to try to blend them now. That might work because we still have our heart shape that we can put over there. Well, what we need to do is go ahead and break the blend apart first. Go ahead and group them. And remember, be a lot better not to move your heart, but move your other item to get it more in the center there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to set our nudge factor. Remember that you're set on 30. We're going to set it on 0.25. And we're going to nudge not the heart itself. Let me zoom in here. This might work. And that's good enough. And then select it all, go to Intersect. Oh, I hit it twice. I need to change my nudge factor back to 30. Hopefully I only hit it twice. There's our outline, which we definitely need. And there's our other lines of our heart. Now, once again, I'm not exactly in the center, but that might have to be that I moved the heart and didn't nudge it because my lines aren't all the way to the top. But I think this will work. And you could probably, I'd start over, but if I go to Object, Group, and ungroup all, I could probably fix these lines by putting them in the center. And even, see, I must have moved it because these lines are not perfect. So I would start over. I would not do this generally, but you can move each line. And because there's several that are off, so I evidently so we can either do that. Let's back up here, or let's try this. Let's get all our lines back. Let's leave that one in the center. Let's see if it is in the center. And it's not, I moved it. Let's just move it to the center. And of course, you'd want to put it in the center of the bottom. It's going to be hard to tell which one it is, but I'm going to say it's that one. So all your lines are going to be off a little bit. But we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to try to grab our heart and nudge it out of the way. And we're going to group this together. Now we're just going to make our heart minutely smaller by holding down the shift key. And then bring this back in, and let's see if we can't intersect that. Now our lines are in the middle, and all our lines are touching. That might, if you did it right where these lines down here were perfect, that might be the best edge light. And with that said, I might even remove the center line, just to make that peak kind of work. And all you'd have to do that is just select it all, go up to Object, Group, and Ungroup, and try to grab that center line and delete it. I think that would look better. If your lines were symmetrical, let's just move this one and just see what it would look like. Well, they've got a node there, so let's delete the node. And if your lines were symmetrical from the center, that would be a pretty cool edge light. That might be the way to go with it. And then, of course, you'd want to, I've got a different edge over here. And you could basically play around with all these lines. But there's just another option. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.